you know what the crazy thing about this bike is? Whoever left it here, right? All over the floor. That's what, 3, 4. So the bikes are being used for people to get around. Because here's the situation. This one road has 3 parking zones. The one we were just at with the bikes. What is going on, people? Today, we're going to go around Birmingham and review the Lime bikes. Now, these are currently being here probably like this. I'd say this is the first week that they're available within the city. I think you can get them in Coventry and Solihull as well. All you got to do is download the app. Okay, so if you look right here, the rear motor actually is a 250 watt, 36 volt. So I don't know where people are getting the idea from that it's a twin motor, because on the front wheel, I'm pretty sure this is a regen system. Meaning when you brake, it sends electricity back to the battery. So it collects up the power from you riding and then sends the power back to the battery. That's how I'm assuming it's working. It's not a 250 watt motor and a 750. For this to be legal on road, it has to be the 250 watts at 15.5 with a pedal assist cutoff. It gives you a maximum of 60 miles on one charge. And you guys can currently have a look and see what the ride was like, coming up just in a second. It looks like a cargo bike in general. And I think this is a new shape of a bike for Lime with West Midlands Cycles. So that means we're going to start to see less of them old bikes around and these new ones. And I think the scooters as well should be gone too. Which earlier on, or in a bit, you would hear me say that I assumed all of that together would become a bit of a problem, but now it seems like the Lime bikes are going to be our problem, and you can see what I'm talking about. And these were like this when I got here, right? So they're just going to end up being dumped everywhere, left all over the floor, etc., which eventually will start to become a problem. Now the bike does look really nice in general, but yeah, I don't know, man. How long is this going to last for? I'm not a fan of these rental bikes, if I'm being honest. On the rear motor, I was trying to have a look, but you can't really see any information about specs or anything. You know, I can't lie. Let's just pick this one up, because it's going to bug me otherwise. Oh, it's making some weird noise. The motor's locked in somehow or some form. Do you know, I just noticed this is movable, right? Before you ride it, lock the seat back. Don't ride it with it open, yeah? Common sense. We've got one more here that could do with being picked up, if you see right here. And I said I'm not going to go cleaning up these bikes, but I'm not going to lie, these are irritating me. If you last rid this one, or that one up there, do better, man. Alright, parked. There we go. Bam. Funny enough, it makes you take a picture when you're parking it. This little spring is actually really annoying from when I was riding the bike. It feels like the handle is stuck when you want to turn, which I'm a bit confused on why they done that, but someone else explained it to me, or someone can explain it to me in the comments, sorry. Okay, so if you can see here on the screen, this big blue shape is the surrounding area for Birmingham for where these bikes can go. You will have to find a parking bay for when it comes time to park your bike. Now these are supposed to be ridden in the same manner of speaking like a bicycle or any other electric bike within the city. With that being said, bike lanes, the road, cycle paths. But I think it's a hard thing for people to understand the difference of a cycle path and a pathway sometimes. As we'll discover today, because you will see people riding everywhere and anywhere. Do you know what's crazy? They labelled the brakes for people. Rear brake, front brake. Don't squeeze the front brake too hard going downhill, eh? Here's some more Lime bikes. We are going to see these all over the city today. And the only place you can park them is where there's a P. And yo, you're not going to lie, my steering feels a little bit off then. Yeah, we'll discover there's a lot of parking places as well, and these are available all over the city. And the crazy thing is, you're meant to be able to rent these on Uber. I don't know if it's whether for a customer to do a short trip or if it's for someone just to ride around. I guess the brakes are still wearing in. It's quite a simple bike if I do start to see. Look, this is the problem that Birmingham's going to start to have. We're going to start to see these bikes just abandoned everywhere like that. And I'm going to be honest, I am not going to tidy them up, because if I start doing that, it's going to drive me crazy in the long run, because it now adds to the problem like the scooters, the electric scooter. It is Easter at the moment, so happy Easter to you all. Let's push this up the hill and see how it works. See how we can get there. Because normally I could push my own bike to about 15 coming up here. And this one's doing about the same, 14. And the bike's road legal even though it has 2 motors, which is a bit confusing. So the bike will cut out at 15.5, but I guarantee you we'll make it chip. And it charges you £1 to unlock it and then 20p a minute to continue using it. Which, funny enough, it tells me I've been riding this bike for 8 minutes, 9 minutes now. Okay, you just click find parking. Yeah, I'm right next to parking. Oi, oi, oi. And like I said, it's going to become a problem like this where the bikes are just left everywhere and not parked properly, all the rest of it. These aren't even for these bikes. Alright, the bike is there, end the route. It wants a picture, try again. End en route. There we go, disconnected. That charged me £3.20p to get into town. Says I rid 2.5 miles. I don't think that's actually worth it for the price, if I'm being honest. That's crazy. So the church bells are currently ringing. And inside of here, there should be a Lime bike, according to the map. We're gonna go and get it and go for a ride. There's just loads of Lime bikes. Literally. Behind that bus now. So we're gonna go and get one of them. See already, walking up here, we can just see a bike basically down on the ground, and that has got the weirdest way of someone parking it. Why would you park it like that? So we found some more Lime bikes. As you can currently see, there's one on the ground, and for some reason I've been trying to scan this one here and it's declining my payment. It tells me that the card needs to be changed, in other words, even though it's already charged me. Now it's trying to tell me contact the bank, which is a bit confusing because it's already charged me the £3 something on one, it's all on the same account. I'm not putting another card on, because after that now it's trying to charge me £7, £7, £7, £7. And why is it trying to charge me £7 and I haven't even rid the bike as yet? So you see there, Lime, £3.20, right? This is the first time I've spent money on a Lime bike, and for some reason it's not showing me where it's declined the £7, £7, £7. It 5 minutes ago declined me £7, £7. It's 17 minutes ago it charged me the £3.20, which is showing on my bank account, and then it's trying to tell me you spent £7. But what do you mean I spent £7? It won't even let me ride the bike. For some reason it tells me there's a bike on the map in the middle of this road here, but there isn't. That's confusing. Unless someone took it in the underground car park, but I don't see why they would. See, and I think this is the part the council is going to have to really pay attention to. So as you can see here, we have found more Lime bikes in the wild. But look at the mess. It's pre that, like, they're everywhere. Just like this. All over the floor. That's what, 3, 4. None of these are parked properly. How's the council going to be held responsible for this? Because this is your mess. You're pitting these bikes all over the city. But yet still, this is what we're dealing with. No, I'm not gonna lie, I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I think I am, because it's bugging me already. It's strange, right? When you pick it up, it makes this weird beeping noise. Oh, someone's having an argument. He doesn't know who he's arguing with. Because look, you got all these people trying to walk around. Imagine someone comes up here in a wheelchair. What are they doing? How are they getting about? And these things don't really move like that, so yeah. There we go. Nice and tidy now. Cool, bro.
How are you, sir? You alright?
Yeah, man, you?
I've never done it before. Do you get like a free ride on the first go? Because I know on the scooters.
I've heard you do.
You do, don't you?
Apparently the first 2,000 people did, but I think, yeah.
Oh, see, nice. Maybe what,
Yeah, nah, cool. I was trying to tag earlier on, it was done. Yeah.
It was 10 minutes, you ain't
I
getting
heard you
away.
get 15 minutes, you did. Yeah, you got 15 minutes from.
Did you?
But obviously, man, just said
Yeah.
you do the first 2,000.
First 2,000 people, yeah.
There's always a catch in there, man.
Always, every single fucking time.
Isn't it, bro?
For sure.
God bless
You happy Easter? Have a good day.
Easter,
Cool, bro.
happy Easter.
Cool. So yeah, we tied up. All right, let's go and see if we can find another pile of line bike. Oh no, wait, let me try and scan one first and see if I can ride it. We got a full battery on this one. Let's see if this works. Oh, look here. Someone else checking out a bike. I think this geezer just inspecting it to see what's what. Oh, it might be the wind that's knocking them over. What are we doing here? Start and ride, there we go. So my account's not banned, okay. Nope, it probably is. Add a payment, I've got a payment method on there already, man. This is terrible. See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through the train station and we'll see what line bikes we can find there. I was expecting them to be more busy and people out riding them everywhere, but it seems like they're not interested in it. In general, I guess everyone just wants the free ride, but I guess it's not really that much of a problem as I was thinking it would be, because the scooters and the other bikes seem to be gone already. Which them city scooters are annoying. And I'm curious on why they've taken the scooters away. How come this one's been abandoned here? I'm confused, because this doesn't show up as a parking zone. But yet still there's a line bike here. Alright, so literally up here should be where the rest of the line bikes are. We're gonna go and find out. The line bikes are here, and it's definitely looking like a mess, eh? Look at this. Can't lie, them bikes are bugging me already. But I think this is the most we've come across so far. Here in one spot, in the wild, with the line bike. It is terrible though. Now my question is, are people parking them like this or are they falling over? Now I think we need to see if we can find a few people riding them, etc. Thought they were gonna get one then. I really did. Something tells me if I keep walking up, I'll probably find more line bikes as I go. Look, this is what you're looking for if you want a free ride. But it's probably run out already. So yeah. So as you see here, there's a line bike where it shouldn't be parked. And this is what I mean by this is going to become a problem. There'll just be line bikes left everywhere, all over the gaff. Because the thing is, not only are you gonna have line bikes everywhere, you're gonna have delivery drivers everywhere, mopeds. I'm assuming if I keep going up, we're gonna find some more as we go. It's telling me I'm by a parking zone, but won't let me use what's in the zone. Tell a lie. Let's go back this way because it says there's a bike park down here where it shouldn't be. And imagine your own maps providing me this information today. Another one, abandoned in the wild. How are they allowed to leave it here? How is it allowed to be parked there? Is someone currently using this bike and they're coming back for it, or is it just abandoned? I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to scan it and see what it says. Oh, it's got 2 bars on it. That's crazy. Instantly, payment declined. It didn't even let me scan my face. That's dread. So yeah, at this point, I definitely think we are banned from Lime bikes. I don't know why. We have found more Lime bikes within the city centre, and at least these ones are tidy. I'm not gonna lie, it is not a comfortable ride in my opinion. Seat's comfortable, but in general, it's a lot of work. So the bikes are being used for people to get around. I reckon the council's gonna have to hire people to come out and just tidy up the bikes every now and again and make sure that they're put away properly, etc. Or you find people for that don't put the bikes away properly. Because it's gonna become a problem otherwise. It literally is. This guy's gonna be here for time waiting for this traffic light. Oh, there we go. And there goes the Lime bike. Sorry, I'm curious, are you having problems with a payment?
I've not tried yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. It keeps declining my card, but I can't work out why.
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've only just downloaded the app.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, have a good day.
You too.
Cool, bro. Okay, so we can spot a Lime bike. If you see right here. Bam. Oh, there's 2. Camera, what are you doing? There we go. But yeah, how long do these bikes last? That's the question. Do you know what the crazy thing about this bike is? Whoever left it here, right? You didn't realise there was a kickstand. Man just dumped it and gone. It's not hard, I lie. See the difference? And that's what makes me think some people are simple-minded. You can't park a bike. So for anyone that's trying to locate a Lime bike, you can reserve it for free for 10 minutes. It'll cost you £1 to unlock, 20p per minute, and it tells you what the battery is. So the bike that we're walking up on right now, right, currently tells me that it's actually parked to the left, but I'm pretty sure it's this bike here in front of me. So the mapping system is having a few technical issues with that shit. Because as you can see, there's no bike down here. We'll go and check, but the bike is behind me there. But look, I've made the left turn. All right. No, as I thought, there's no bike there. What the hell is that stuff? Oh, that's a grill or something, okay. I was confused, I was thinking, yo. It looks like some sort of torture table. But yeah, so this is where the bike actually is located on the map. Obviously, I already know it's not gonna let me ride it. When you ring the alarm off, it's gonna do this. Select the bike, obviously. Hit ring. You can even book it, and I think it holds it to 10 minutes. So if you see here, the back light's ringing off because the alarm's going off. I don't know if you can see that in the daylight. And that means the front lights will be doing the same thing as well. Quite possibly. It's telling me it's unavailable. The vehicle can't ring. Alright, maybe we've done it too many times. Let's leave that one alone. They're probably going to get fed up with me. Okay, so across the road, I have discovered a few more Lime bikes. See, it seems like, right, wherever there's going to be a space to lock a bike. These lot are just gonna have a parking zone and let people leave bikes there. But yeah, we worked out the motor size though in the end. Okay. Because here's the situation, this one road has 3 parking zones. The one we were just at with the bikes, literally walking up to a second one right now on the corner, and then there's a third one. So how many parking zones is this one road gonna have? Which is kind of crazy. And there's one around the corner. That there, oh, hold on, is the Lime bikes. Can't lie, I'm not too impressed for what the bike is. I don't quite understand why it has a 750 motor on the back of it. If someone from Lime wants to reach out and show us what your specs actually are, because that's what other people are telling me the specs are. I won't lie, it is quite a smooth ride, but it's stiff, the pedal, and the brakes seem like they could be a little bit better, a little bit sharper. But yeah, otherwise from that, hopefully no one has an accident. Enjoy the bike, I guess. In my opinion, I don't really feel like it's worth the price. And whoever the 2,000 people that got the first free ride are, well, lucky you, eh? But yeah, I had to pay £3.20 for a couple minutes, which we could probably find on the phone, I guess. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, I'm not a fan of Lime bikes. Peace.